Later tomorrow, it's going to be Raghuram Rajan's last monetary policy, and while a CNBC TV 18 poll suggests that no one thinks his swan song is going to be a rate cut, what the markets are clearly keeping a look out for is the central bank's stance on liquidity. Ekta Batra is here to take us through the findings of this poll. Ekta, what does the poll throw up?
Well, with regards to the poll, there is expected to be no change in terms of the repo, and that was largely expected. So, for example, the poll that we conducted with a range of economists as well as other market experts, as well as bond dealers and bankers, what it did throw up is that the action that they are expecting on the repo rate front on tomorrow's policy, 95% expect the repo to be unchanged. 25 basis point is only 5% in terms of consensus is what they are expecting. So largely unchanged in terms of repo, and that's what the street is working with. Similar case for the CRR, where 95% expect the CRR to be unchanged, 5% expect a cut in the CRR. Similarly for SLR, 95% expect the SLR to be unchanged. Remember, there's a timeline given for the SLR as well, so really not expected to be touched in terms of policy. Now, however, in terms of incremental rate cuts, that's an interesting one because that looks beyond Rajan and beyond his tenure. So 70% in fact expect 25 basis points in terms of incremental rate cuts in 2016. 20% expect zero incremental rate cuts in 2016, and 10% expect the maximum of around 50 basis points in terms of a rate cut in terms of incremental rate cuts in 2016. But nonetheless, for tomorrow, nothing is really expected in terms of the repo. Separately, though nothing is expected in terms of repo, what the market will focus on will be liquidity measures and what Dr. Rajan possibly could do for the corporate bond market as well. However, in terms of one question that we quizzed the participants, how should the RBI approach the quantum of liquidity in the interbank market? Keep in excess 60%, keep in balance 20%, move to deficit 10%, and increase in excess liquidity at 10%.
All right, Ekta, thanks for joining in with those details. It's a big day tomorrow, and remember Raghuram Rajan's swan song tomorrow, even though there may not be any major action on the rate cut front. But moving on to the